So let's go to our dark horse, who's a big horse. Pride of Tygerberg High School. He's interestingly named, Juarno Augustus. Augustus Trokkie is his nickname, and I think his only name is Trokkie. He plays instruments. He's a good time at the jaw on the party. But when he steps on the pitch, he's a proper player. And I thought something wrong about Trokkie. I thought that he was just a carry guy. I didn't know the commitment he had to attending rucks and tackle. And I just looked today about his tackle percentage, dominant tackle percentage. It's off the charts. It's among the highest in the Northern Hemisphere. We saw him most recently beating Leinster, and he was one of the best players on the pitch. And he did it not just with these storming carries and an offload to Tommy Freeman, which turned into a try. By the way, he beat 3 guys in that run. We cannot show you the clip because of copyright and stuff, but then he finds a perfect offload. So he's doing what you said that these guys should do, is in the contact zone, look around. And he found Tommy Freeman, who's the guy to find one of your wings, and delivered it on time. But more than that, he's a hard worker. He's a toiler. He's a grafter. He's the guy that will definitely get his hands dirty. And so he's an interesting 8. He's almost like a throwback 8, gets stuck in there and, like you said, fixes every problem. I don't know, and this is my one issue about him, and it's on the defensive side in the box scheme, where sometimes the box coaches have even trusted a little guy like Quacha or put a guy like Marco in there, because it's a high premium placed on defensive repetitions and getting off the floor and not getting stuck. So Trokkie's a big guy. I think he's the guy that's 117, in the morning, but maybe 119 after dinner. So, he's always going to have that kind of load you're carrying. But if I had to look at one guy as a dark horse and think of someone who sees the field, understands, is durable. I mean, you could just drive a truck into him. It doesn't seem to worry him. And carries all day long, then Trokkie is an interesting candidate. Where he'd have to work on is probably not ball skills. He got great ball skills. It's about fitness and looking the part, just literally fitting into the jersey that they've assigned as their proper prototypical, because this group of ball coaches is very into numbers.
I think what comes up for me when I watch his games is secondary jobs. So if he's a primary tackler or primary carrier, he's phenomenal. When he gets into a position where he has to either clean the ruck or he's an assist tackler, it seems like there's not as much emphasis as there is when he's doing the primary job. And I think when you get to the box, that's something that's quite high. It's that secondary assist. Whoever's there needs to have an impact, needs to make a difference. And I think that's something that he can look at. I also think that he's not an out-and-out jackler, but he does get himself into positions. And I think if he misses the ball with that weight, and he's the shortest of all the candidates we spoke about, with that weight and the length not being that much of a problem, I think he should just start bullying and start counter-rucking in those positions, and he'll cause some real damage and disrupt rucks. And I think, like you said, that's going to be part of that secondary action fitness conditioning category, because he's a fantastic player. He can do everything that's needed of him, but can he do it effectively for 80 minutes and both sides of his job?
For Troki, we have 35 in the carry tackle. That's the tackle that lets him down, the repetitive, get off the pitch, get off the ground. 26 out of 30 for the ball skills, which is high. It's just more that he's not getting in the positions enough on support line. 17 on seeing the field, and probably could have gone a bit higher. He's a great vision guy. And then 10 out of 10 for durability. If we could give it 12, I would give him a 12.